Okay, so I know that the Justin Gets Real Intel ad campaign came out 2 days ago, which means that I'm definitely late to the party, but I've been talking about these and joking about them on Twitter, and I just couldn't help myself. I had to make a video on it. So today we're gonna react to these ads and talk about why they're just so awful and desperate and petty. So let's jump into it. Okay, so to start this video, I just want to say that the goal here is not to just bash on Intel. There's plenty of Intel bashing out there, and in a lot of cases they deserve it. This is a case where they deserve it, but I want to make it clear that I'm bashing on a bad ad, not bashing on Intel for being Intel. I don't know if that's a distinction that makes any sense, but anyway, let's just watch the first ad and we can pick these things apart.
Hello, I'm Justin. Just a real person doing a real comparison between Mac and PC. Come on. These are all PCs? Oh yeah, Intel. Nice. Whoa, my face just unlocked that. That's so cool. And I've never seen a screen like this before on a laptop. Wow. And let's see over here. So these are the newer Macs?
Yeah.
Okay, so gray and grayer.
The funniest thing to me is the way that he reacts to those laptops having Intel in them.
Oh yeah, Intel. Nice.
It's like he's never seen a laptop before. I don't know, it's just kind of weird. But basically the argument, if you will, in this ad is there's only 2 MacBooks with Apple Silicon and they're boring. And we have Intel with all these cool things, even though we don't know how to do a screen replacement and mask out his fingers on that one laptop. And that's basically all this commercial has to say. They say, okay, look, we have laptops that look better and have another screen on them. Not really getting it. In a similar vein, there's this ad.
Okay, PC. It's a laptop. Aha, tablet, laptop, tablet. Laptop, that's cool. Oh, and there's Intel, nice. Okay, and now you got a laptop, and it's just the laptop. Oh, I'll also have to get a tablet, I guess. And a keypad, oh, and a stylus. And a dongle?
Okay, so this is the ad where I think things start to fall apart a little bit for Intel, because the last one, it wasn't really saying anything. It was kind of just saying, hey look, we have a lot of choices, which kind of makes sense because you're talking about Intel, which is in like dozens of brands of laptop, and you're comparing it to one brand of laptop. So yeah, of course you're gonna have a few more options. Doesn't really need to be said. This one is a little bit more pointed though, because it's making a claim that a Mac laptop is more useless because it's just a laptop and it's not a tablet as well. Now, this is a key assumption that Intel is making that I think is not really accurate. The assumption here is that people want a laptop that is also a tablet. And I just don't think that's the case. I don't think the majority of laptop purchasers find a 2-in-1 convertible laptop to be objectively better. It's maybe a preference, but I don't think it's something that you could say, this makes this laptop better than this laptop. I mean, anecdotally, I have 3 friends who currently own a convertible 2-in-1 laptop. 2 of them have said that they use a touchscreen but really don't flip it around. And the 3rd person didn't even know that their laptop could fold over into a tablet in the first place. So that's sort of the first claim, but then they're also sort of implying that with a Mac, if you want to get the full functionality, you have to buy an iPad Pro and a smart keyboard, and then they also throw in a little jab with the dongle at the end.
And a dongle?
Now, obviously that's ridiculous. No one's making you buy an iPad Pro, and their argument that you need it to get full functionality doesn't really stack up because a convertible Windows laptop is not comparable to an iPad Pro. Those are not really the same thing, but more amusingly is the little dongle jab at the end. And the reason that I find that amusing is the Lenovo laptop that they used in this commercial, the Lenovo Yoga 9i 14-inch, and as you can see, it has a headphone jack, 2 Thunderbolt ports, and 1 USB Type-A. So the only difference between this laptop and the M1 MacBook Pro is that one single USB port. Why did they pick that? That was they made this comparison. They could have picked any number of laptops that has more ports than this, but they picked one that is basically as needing of dongles as a MacBook Pro is in a lot of the same circumstances. So that's pretty dumb. So let's go to the next ad spot, which focuses on gaming.
Oh, so you're a PC gamer?
Sup?
Sup with you? You're doing all this gaming on a laptop then?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. And do we have a Mac gamer?
No one really games on a Mac.
I know.
So first of all, we have the return of that weird incredulity.
Wow. Okay.
Did a child write this script? This is like the least imaginative bunch of words that you could say. And then obviously there's the usual jab, you know, there's, oh, you can play games on a PC, but you can't do that on a Mac, so that sucks. Apple has never appealed to gamers. That's just not what it is. There are other manufacturers that make other laptops that aren't meant for gaming. Like for example, the Lenovo from the last commercial. That's not a gaming laptop. So it doesn't really make any sense. It doesn't mean anything.
So with the PC, I can plug in up to 3 monitors at the same time, but with Mac, I can plug in 1. Just 3, 1. Okay. Yeah. But one's better than none.
All right, so this ad spot focuses on the fact that the M1 Max can only have one external display. And honestly, this would be probably the only one that actually brings up a valid point. I know a lot of people who have been leaving comments or tweeting at me that are saying, you know, I really wish that the M1 Max could support more than one external monitor, and I think that's pretty much one of the only valid criticisms that this ad campaign brings up against the Mac. So that one I'll give to them. Although they do it in a pretty smug and annoying way. I don't know, the writing for these ads just feels so like over the top smug. It's kind of annoying.
Okay, PC. Oh, cool, this whole thing's a touchscreen. Huh, and there's another one too, wow. All right, and now for Mac. Let's see. Oh, you've got a little bar here, a little baby one.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Oh, where's the mute button?
Here's what I found on how to cook mutton.
Oh no, I don't want to cook mutton. What even is mutton?
So this ad spot focuses on the fact that Macs don't have touch screens and that the touch bar sucks. Now, I'm not a big touch bar fan. I think it sucks too, so I'm with Intel on that one. However, they still managed to kind of mess this one up a little bit because, well, first of all, the most amusing thing to me is how he accidentally triggers Siri and then it starts talking and then he's like, oh, where's the mute button?
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Oh, where's the mute button?
But when we saw the close-up of the touch bar, it's very obvious that the mute button is right next to the Siri button, so it's like right in front of his finger. Were they like trying to make these commercials terrible? But the real problem with this particular commercial, and in fact all of the other ones, is that they take the easy shot without really addressing anything that a lot of people would actually care about. And I think that's really telling of the angle that Intel is taking here. In the 2-in-1 commercial, we had them making fun of dongles when the only thing that differentiated them from the M1s in terms of ports was a single USB Type-A port. Here we have them going small screen bad, big screen good, without mentioning the fact that the M1 is probably going to be more powerful in a lot of applications. It's pretty clear that they're ignoring thermals, battery life, and performance for a reason, because that's not where they're competitive. And so that's why they have to take this weird roundabout angle. And there's another thing that they're making a really key mistake on, and that is that they're throwing up like the best of the best. What Intel thinks are the most useful, versatile, and interesting laptops that use their processors. And they're comparing them against Apple's best. But the problem is, the M1 MacBooks are not Apple's best. They're literally, objectively, Apple's worst. They're the first step, and they're using recycled designs. This is literally just bare minimum in terms of what Apple Silicon has to offer, and the problem is that Intel is criticizing things that are not unique to Apple Silicon. They're criticizing stuff like the Touch Bar. That's been here since 2016 with Intel Macs. They're criticizing the lack of touchscreen. Again, that's not unique to Apple Silicon. There are Intel Macs, even ones that are on sale right now, that don't have touchscreens. So they're not really addressing anything that the M1 chip is offering. It's sort of like, you know, Apple comes out and they say, what we've done here is designed a chip that's really efficient, has class-leading performance per watt, and very low thermal output. And then Intel goes, you don't even have a touch screen. You got that tiny little touch bar that's kind of stupid. It doesn't even do anything. And you got to carry around all these dongles. Whoa! Those are all the exact same things that people said in 2016. Nothing in that is new. So yeah, these ads are pretty bad. Now, I'm sure that there's gonna be comments on a video like this that are saying, oh, Luke, you're just being a fanboy. Why are you talking about this? This is stupid. If you think Apple's so good, then why are you even entertaining this comparison? Well, Intel kind of took the first shot here. Let's be honest. This is a very direct and really bad shot. If they made valid points, I would agree with them. The whole thing about monitors and the touch bar, those are valid criticisms, but they just do it in such a bad and missing the point way that I have to talk about it. I have to criticize them for it. And if you're an Intel fanboy and you want to leave a hate comment down below telling me that I'm an idiot, you can go for it. It boosts my engagement, so have at it. So I'm very interested to hear what you guys think of these commercials. Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitter at LukeMiani. I'm sure there will be other developments in this new campaign that we'll talk about over there. So definitely check that out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.